Hello, this is Jennifer Moore bringing to you a book and build activity for the makerspace in your library. I will be using The Bad Seed, written by Jory John and illustrated by Pete Oswald. First of all, a little summary of the story. If you are not familiar with The Bad Seed, I would like you to meet one bad sunflower seed. He makes poor choices all the time, and everyone knows he is a bad seed. Or is he? The Bad Seed shares his life story from humble beginnings in a sunflower field into a bag of sunflower seeds at a baseball game to the many sad settings afterward. One day, the bad seed decides it is ready to be happy, and he starts making better choices. I love this story in the library, particularly because, as you can see by this page pictured here, one of the examples of the bad choices he makes is indeed in the library. For our build activity, we will be building a growing sunflower seed, and you can see a picture of one of the finished products right here. To begin with, you will want to gather your materials. You will need construction paper. I recommend yellow for the petals of the sunflower, brown for the seeds in the center, and a different color as your background paper. You'll need scissors, glue sticks, and possibly white glue, paper, pencils, and chenille stems. These are all pretty basic arts and crafts supplies that you most likely have in your library already or can find somewhere on your campus. Next, you will want to prepare the materials. As you can see here, I did pre-cut the yellow petals for the sunflower and the brown circular seeds for the middle. If you are doing this project with younger children, you will definitely want to pre-cut your materials. If you're doing this with older students, let's say 4th or 5th graders, they could fold and cut the paper themselves. I took my piece of yellow construction paper, I folded it into 8s. I just drew one leaf petal on top, and then I cut all 8 pieces out at once. And I did the same to cut 8 circular centers from the brown paper. I folded it into 8s, just drew a circle on the top, and cut out all 8 circles at once. After you read the story with your students, you will put your students into cooperative groups and have them brainstorm things that they can do to make a positive impact on other people around them. Now, ultimately, they will want 8 different things to list on 8 different sunflower petals. But when we're brainstorming, you, of course, don't have to limit them to just 8. But I have an example pictured here of the 8 items that I brainstormed that a typical student might think up of. Next, the students will write their 8 ideas on 8 different sunflower petals, which you can see pictured here. And finally, the students will build a sunflower. A couple of pro tips. I recommend putting glue only on the flat edge of the sunflower petal and just gluing the flat edge in the center. This leaves the outer edges of the petals unglued and they can fold up, curl up a little bit and give it a 3D look. I would also recommend that you arrange and glue the yellow sunflower petals first and put the brown circular seed template on top. And then finally, looking at the stem, if you're going to use a chenille stem, I do find that the white glue works better. If you don't have chenille stems or if you don't want to deal with messy white glue in your library, you could substitute construction paper, just a long strip of green construction paper, and once again, the glue stick would work just fine for that. How might you use this in your library curriculum? You can use it to create a safe and welcoming environment at the beginning of your school year. World Kindness Day on November 13th. This would be another great connection. The month of May is designated as Mental Health Awareness, and this book definitely fits in well with that. John Jory and Pete Oswald have created a number of books that go along with the Bad Seed. Some other popular titles in my library are The Good Egg, The Cool Bean, The Smart Cookie. So you could do an author-illustrator study and use the Bad Seed as one of those titles. And finally, because the Bad Seed is a sunflower seed and the story does depict the life cycle of a sunflower seed, you might collaborate with classroom teachers, find out when they are teaching the plant life cycle within their science curriculum, and do this particular book and build activity at the same time. Finally, these are my references, and I do hope you will take a look at the Bad Seed and see if you might be able to incorporate this book and build within your own school library. Thank you.